the fabulous form. And the tail end of the national anthem by one of the members of Earth, Wind, and Fire like you have never heard before. Absolute magnificence. Whoa, was he cooking. And Jones, I think that kind of sensed the tenor for what we're up against here tonight. All right, let's go to Lawrence Tanner right now, who is the PA announcer here at the Fabulous Forum, and he will have the player introductions.
We now welcome the viewers watching on TV and USA Cable Network. With a record of 36-24, the entire roster of the defending world champion Philadelphia 76ers. Number 14, now in his third year from Cleveland State, Franklin Edwards. Number 45 in his sixth year from Florida A&M, Clement Johnson. Number 24 in his 10th pro season from North Carolina, Bobby Jones. Number 4 in his 5th year from the University of Seattle, Clint Richardson. Number 3, a rookie from West Virginia Tech, Sedell Threat. And number 33 in his 4th season from Arizona State, Sam Williams. Starting lineup this evening for the Sixers. At one guard, number 10, now in his 6th campaign from West Texas State, Maurice Cheeks. The other guard is number 22 in his 4th year from Southwest Louisiana, Andrew Toney. At one forward, number 6, the captain of the Sixers in his 13th year from Massachusetts, Dr. J. Julius Erving. The other forward is number 8 in his 2nd year from Virginia, Mark Ivaroni. And at center, number 2 in his 10th year from Petersburg High School, Moses Malone. Trainer for the Sixers is Al Domenico. The assistant coaches are Jack McMahon and Matt Gukas, and the head coach is Billy Cunningham. With a record of 40-20, first place in the Pacific Division, your Los Angeles Lakers. At one guard, number 32, in his 5th year from Michigan State, Earvin Magic Johnson. The other guard is number 4, a rookie from Arizona State, Byron Scott. At one forward, number 31, in his 3rd year from Santa Clara, Kurt Rambis. The other forward is number 52 in his 10th year from UCLA, Jamal Wilkes. And at center, the captain, number 33 in his 15th year from UCLA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And here are your officials tonight. Wally Rooney on the left and Bill Sars on the right. Starting lineups as we would indicate that these fellas are going to be performing right here. Maurice Cheeks averaging 12.9. Andrew Toney 20.8, the guards for the Philadelphia club. And it'll be Byron Scott 9.1 and Earvin Johnson 17.4 for the Lakers. Kareem averaging 20.1. Moses Malone 22.1. Kurt Rambis at 2.8, but a role player. Mark Ivaroni at 4.9. Very similar styles. And Jamal Wilkes 18.9 and Julius Erving 22.8. There he is, the big man, Moses Malone, who in the face of some controversy and some comments from his owner, who was here tonight, Harold Katz, said, hey, I don't want to hear any of that stuff. I just want to play some ball. And Moses Malone with his buddy and captain, Julius Erving, who said, we're losing close games. And the overtime games that we won last year, we're beating poor teams, but not playing well against the good teams. We need to rebuild our confidence and work hard in a renewed dedication. Let's see how they do tonight. They are 0-1 against the Los Angeles Lakers. They were defeated 10 days ago, 101-99 in Philadelphia. They double down on Kareem, back to the weak side. You'll probably see a lot of that. Rambis should be open quite a bit tonight. Erving to Toney, one-on-one on Magic.
Well, that's what you have to do against the Lakers. They are a running team, but you also have to force them to get back. Here's Magic Johnson coming back the other way. He buries Andrew Toney in the cheap seats, but the call is going to go against Andrew Toney. Johnson trying to create something very quickly Julius Erving, who's active on the defensive end, makes the block, but it doesn't count. Erving already has come over to give defensive help on Kareem the first time he handled it, so it appears that Erving may be the gambler tonight on the defensive end.
Magic, an 83% free throw shooter. The Los Angeles Lakers as a team, 75%. Lakers average a little over 107 and give it up at around 106 points a game. So there's not that much of a differential, but what a ball club. They play a lot of close games. They turn that around a little bit. The Lakers averaging 115. I was reading the wrong stat. And the 76ers around 107. Here they come. Magic Johnson. Dish off to Wilkes. That's his area, and he misses. And Moses Malone, the leading rebounder in the NBA, pulls it down for the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 13-2 a game. Cheeks. Back to Irving. Inside to Big Mo. And Malone, who has had problems with the ankle, with the hands, with the knees. He's had a real tough year injury-wise. Sat out several games. Is hoping to get himself back in shape before they get to the playoffs. And quite frankly, Pat Riley concerned that the Sixers might find this the occasion to tune themselves up and get their mental concentration back that they have lacked for quite a while now. 76ers are not quite the team they were a year ago this time when they were 51-9. They are now 36-24.
Foul on Kareem as he went for that big watermelon of a basketball sitting out there. He tried to snipe it away from Malone, knocks it across the arm, and that's his first personal foul, first team for Los Angeles. 10:37 in the period.
Watch Los Angeles and how they handle Maurice Cheeks tonight. They're going to try and put pressure on him, force Tony to handle the ball. That's a three-point area, but they're going to score two. It was close, but not quite close enough. I'm looking for Los Angeles to use three different guards on Cheeks tonight to try and pressure him, tire him, and force Tony to handle the ball. And we got an illegal defense call against the Philadelphia 76ers. That's their warning. On the next call, Billy Cunningham's team will have to go to the line or be spectators as the Lakers go to the line for the technical.
Kareem inside, too easy that time by Malone, so he got that good position rolled around, and he's off to a good offensive start if he can maintain that sort of position.
Just went over 31,000 career points the other night. Only the second man in NBA history to do so. Wilt the other. Malone came up and down with the ball. I believe he got away with one there.
Now Malone looking for some contact that time after he got hammered, and he didn't get the call as Byron Scott misses from the outside. So Philadelphia had a chance to rebound that ball and do not. Cunningham live it over on the sideline, and the Lakers get it back.
24 seconds on the shot clock. 9:45 in the first period. 6-4 Philadelphia. Scott. They'll play him pretty much head up. They'll play Rambis pretty much head up. They'll double on the rest. Philadelphia with a like problem in that Tony, Irving, and Malone will also get a lot of double team action. Ivoroni and Cheeks probably solo. They'll try and keep Cheeks out of the middle on the penetration. There's Tony.
Well, you look at the matchups right now, and that's going to tell you what the Los Angeles Lakers are thinking about. Magic Johnson guarding Julius Erving, Jamal Wilkes handling Andrew Toney. We take a look at the big guys inside, bumping and banging. You'll see Malone get the ball right here, and he gets a little hit as Irving comes back with live action over the top for his first two of the ball game, but he got his leg hit by Byron Scott.
No foul, 8-6 score. Philadelphia with 9:15 in the first period. A couple of 18-wheelers in the middle again, and blue chip 18-wheelers. Big gang with lots of chrome. There they are, Kareem and Malone. And Abdul falling down. Got to have those chrome grills. You don't look good without them. 8-8 a tie.
It didn't take you long to show up tonight. 8 minutes and 54 seconds in the first period, and we got the 18-wheelers here. Malone gets two more.
They're using that high-octane petrol, too. That's Scott on the miss. Rambis. That's where he's best, and he does not put it in. Hustling to get it back. It'll go back to Philadelphia, and the tempo is high already.
Well, the reason that Rambis missed that, Malone and Irving both got a piece of that basketball. The Lakers come out with wall-to-wall pressure. Andrew Toney against Wilkes. It should be an easy job for him to break it.
Wilkes the forward on the guard. Tony.
All the way, Tony.
Steve was correct. You get the guard on the, or the forward on the guard, and Tony just sniffed that one out. Just said, hey, let me at him. 12-8, Philadelphia with the lead. Remember, the season series 0-1. The Lakers with a win by 2. That's Magic. Magic Johnson, first time out against this club, had a good ball game. Led the Lakers all the way around. He had himself 23 points and 11 assists and 8 rebounds. Not a bad effort, Magic Johnson.
Well, Eddie, I can't tell you about the electricity in this place. This is playoff fever intensity for the crowd. Both teams are jacked up for this ball game. And the Sixers playing some good basketball at this time. They want to stay close early in the ball game.
They lead by a pair. You saw Pat Riley moments ago talking to his team, telling them what they should be looking for, what they can do when they get in there, and a 3-second violation on Billy Cunningham, 76ers. Turn it over, turn it over. The 76ers have faltered defensively. This is a team that led the league most of the season in block shots. The last 3 games, I believe they've got like 3 block shots. We want to confirm that if we can, but they're not playing with the kind of defensive intensity that they must. Byron Scott, and a foul call. It'll be on Kurt Rambis shoving. Want to reinforce that point, Steve, as far as the defensive concentration intensity of the 76ers under Cunningham. I believe, and it's an amazing statistic, we'll have to draw it out. In the last 3 games, in the fourth quarter, the 76ers have had 22 easy baskets scored on them. They've scored only 9 easy baskets. That's like 44 to 18 points. And that's where you should be scoring the easy points if you've got your game in order at that particular game, part of the game.
One thing, Eddie, we have to do is give the rest of the league some credit. Everybody has adjusted to what Philadelphia did a year ago to be so successful, and that certainly makes a difference now. They got another isolation of Kareem and Moses inside. They're going to get Malone for coming over the top. Malone does not like the call. That is his first personal. Second team against Philadelphia.
There's Kareem. Clear it out, let him work. They'll double down on him as soon as he puts the ball down on the floor. As soon as he lays the ball down, look for them to double on Kareem. Same with Andrew Toney. Here's Julius. Back to Cheeks. Byron Scott has him solo. Ivoroni. Little weak leg move and a little jump shot on the baseline. He won't take many of those. Mark Ivoroni, he is a role player. His job to bump and bang, to rebound, and do the things you don't read about in the box score. Here's Magic to Scott. Rambis is grilled cheese inside low right. They double down on the weak side and the strong side. Now back they go Scott.
Good defensive rotation. Another push on Kurt Rambis. So an easy call to make. Rambis picks up his second personal foul. Third team against Los Angeles, and we have a timeout.
Well, we have a timeout with 6:31 to play in the first period. It's Philadelphia 14, the Los Angeles Lakers 10. We'll pause now for a word from our local cable systems.
It's a shootout in the Deep South when USA tips off the Southland Conference Basketball Championship at 9 p.m. Eastern, Saturday.
Fishermen, this is the Dorsey Boys Fishing Buddy. It's made of high-quality 440 surgical stainless steel. It has a high carbon content, so it really holds an edge, and it's guaranteed for life. The Fishing Buddy is a folding lockback, so it goes places other fish fillet knives can't. The knife should retail for $40, but because we ordered thousands, we can sell the Fishing Buddy for just $19.95 plus $3 postage and handling. If you order by MasterCard, Visa, check, or money order, we'll include this lifetime guaranteed 4-inch lockback advertised in Field & Stream for $29.95 at no additional cost. You get the Fishing Buddy and the 4-inch lockback, a $69.95 value for just $19.95. No CODs, please. MasterCard and Visa customers call 1-800-USA-1000 now to receive both the Fishing Buddy and the 4-inch lockback. Or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $3 postage and handling to Fishing Buddy, Post Office Box 49648, Atlanta, Georgia. 1-800-USA-1000.
It's Philadelphia 14. The Los Angeles Lakers 10. We have 6:31 to play in the first period. Let's go back to a point we started on. Easy baskets, Steve. Easy baskets. Even Lynn Swan can make some of those. And the easy baskets are the kind that you get off of steals, off of defensive pressure, which create fast breaks going the other way. When a team is really on their game, they can create easy baskets, and it hasn't been there for the 76ers lately.
Well, again, we give credit to the rest of the league. I think the one thing that has hurt Philadelphia, and when you talk about the statistics going in the favor of the other teams, the fact that they have made so many turnovers. They have not handled the ball well. Last week when we saw them play in Phoenix, they had trouble handling the basketball, plenty of turnovers. So I think if they can tighten up with their turnovers, their defense, their interior defense, and the shot blocking will take care of itself. Toney against Wilkes with the basketball.
Comes back to concentration, and the 76er coaches are a little concerned about it. Dr. J swinging out. Look at the way they're spreading their offense, trying to create bigger and better angles inside. Moses Malone, and a good call. That was a good call by Wally Rooney. Billy doesn't like it, though.
Well, Malone had the good position, tried to get himself set with that pump fake, forgot to put the basketball down. Easy call to make, and it's a turnover against Philadelphia.
This may be a preview of what we'll see come May or June. These two teams are super teams. Jamal Wilkes. The Los Angeles Lakers, a high-scoring offensive team. The 76ers have had their problems. The Dr. J. Been around a few semesters, that fella. 13-year man, 6'6", 210 from UMass. Formerly a #1 pick of the Milwaukee Bucks, but he went to the ABA and then came over here with the Philadelphia Club. Cunningham saying, hey, where's the foul?
Wanted to walk over there. Byron Scott went up, came down. James Worthy traveled right in front of Wally Rooney. So Cunningham and the 76ers get the turnover with the 4-point advantage. They're looking to get a quick transition hoop whenever they can. Irving.
Thought Billy was looking for the offensive foul. Not so. Kareem and the Lakers. The Philadelphia Club thinks that they can exploit the Lakers' weakness, which is rebounding. And James Worthy. Boy, he was on his way for a swan dunk. It didn't work.
Well, whenever Worthy gets in this position, you know he's going to go to the hole strong. This time he saw daylight. Irving trying to meet him up at the top. I'll tell you what. The old boy still got some juice in those legs, because those young legs of Worthy were well up there. Irving almost got to the ball, got him across the arm. Worthy misses the first.
A couple of electric legs against a couple of pogo sticks, and that means high wire action. And on Worthy's miss, it's still a 16-12 Philadelphia lead. Andrew Toney, Michael Cooper's come in, and out goes Byron Scott. And we told you that they're going to try and wear down that off guard. Cooper now on Cheeks. They'll run 3 men at him tonight, trying to make Andrew Toney handle the ball. Down to Big Mo. They double down on him strong, causing problems.
Well, the problem there for Malone is you should have hopped the basketball over to open Maurice Cheeks. Whenever you miss, the Lakers are going to take advantage of it. They use that foot speed and quickness with Michael Cooper, and he gets on the board for his first two.
He's averaging 9-9. What a nice-looking player he is coming off the bench. Lakers very alert defensively. Both teams concentrating on transition, knowing that the other team is very capable of really breaking it loose. As they run a slice from the weak side, they get Cheeks inside on the diagonal cut, and he lays it in for his fourth. 18-14's the score. Philadelphia with 4:26 to play in the period. Wilkes from Magic. Kareem tries to flash middle from the left. That's Worthy on Ibaroni. Knocked away by Cheeks. He's very good at that. A 3-1 break.
Well,
easy basket, right?
Irving was out there with him. If Magic Johnson had come over, the ball would have gone to him, but it would have been an easy call to make. They're going to get a call against Malone. No, Maurice Cheeks. Good deep position, and whenever we said Kareem has been allowed to get this deep, nothing good is going to happen for the defense. Irving trying to come over. Malone sandwiched him in front of him. Cheeks runs by, they get the foul. Sam Williams in the ball game. Mark Ibaroni out.
Kareem is 72% free throw shooter. He's 70% this year. And a point of interest with the Wilt Chamberlain mark just around the corner. Kareem over 31,000. If he were to average 20.1 points per game from here on out, he would break Chamberlain's mark of 31,419 points in the 81st game of the season, next to the last. Irving to Maurice Cheeks. Kareem is having an excellent year. Down to Malone, too deep, and he comes up short. Kareem will get the foul. His mom, incidentally, is here. Cora Alcindor from New York. Saw her before the game.
This is one thing Philadelphia had not been doing, and Billy Cunningham evidently has worked on it. They've opened up the middle for Malone, start the ball with him on one side, swing the ball away from him, let him move to the ball. He got an opportunity right there, nice and deep in front of the hoop. Kareem picks up his second personal foul, fifth team against the Lakers. So Philadelphia will shoot the penalty for the final 3:48 of this first period.
And Clint Richardson in. Mo Cheeks comes out. Richardson, the third guard on the Philadelphia team. Moses Malone makes both. Moses is a 73% free throw shooter this year. Got a very nice soft touch for a big man, and he's a big one. He looks a lot bigger than 6'10 or 6'11. He's got a lot of libbies on that frame. And they go back with a little 2-on-2 game, and there's that sweet-looking turn skyhook. Sam Williams, who just came in, rebounding his first one. The doctor from Andrew Toney, and a goaltending call and a foul. Michael Cooper.
Anytime Irving gets out there, he's going to look to go to the basket strong. Jamal Wilkes creating the contact. They come up. They do not give him the goaltend. They call the foul, and now we have a 20-second timeout.
I thought they called that goaltending call. They did not.
No.
Just a foul. Okay, the foul is on Jamal Wilkes. We'll see it again.
There's the foul down there before Irving has let the ball go. Now comes Michael Cooper with his great leaping ability. That ball had barely cleared Irving's hand. Easy call.
And Jamal Wilkes is charged with a foul. That is number 2 on him, but number 5 on the Los Angeles Lakers. So the Lakers are over the limit now with 3:26 to play in the first period. And this game is being brought to you with the express written consent of the NBA. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of the pictures and accounts of this game without the express written permission of the NBA or the USA Network is prohibited. Michael Cooper has got an ability to soar, doesn't he, Steve?
He's got great legs also, and I think that, again, the players are feeling the intensity of this basketball game, the electricity that's in the crowd. Everyone wants to play well, and we've seen super effort so far here early in the ball game.
And a pair by Dr. J. He has 6. We are at 24-17 Philadelphia. I doubt that these two teams can continue at this pace. They're really going after one another. Jamal on the miss, Malone on the rebound. Up to Clint Richardson. Veteran player Richardson from Seattle, 5-year man, 6'3", 195. Malone will set up on top, peel down inside. There they go.
This is when Malone should move the basketball to the middle, then swing it back to the other side. Clint Richardson wide open.
With 5 on the shot clock, he banks it in. It's 26-17. Lakers down by 9. Magic has been rather quiet so far. Now he'll back it up and set up a play. Philadelphia, their transition game, excellent thus far. Kareem, skyhook, had that good deep position and an open shot. Sam Williams. And an over and back call.
Double dribble by Sam
I
Williams.
didn't see that.
So Sam dribbled the ball, then he started to pass it to Tony. Dribbled it one more time, and they caught him.
And we have a timeout. 2:37 to play in the period. 76ers 26, Lakers 17. You're watching it all on the USA Network from the fabulous Forum in Los Angeles. We will return.
How do competitive air delivery services stack up? Leading services deliver a 10-pound package coast to coast for $44. With UPS Next Day Air, the same package costs $21. And if the package doesn't have overnight urgency, UPS Second Day Air costs $11.50. UPS Next Day Air and Second Day Air, from the service American business depends on. Any way you stack it, UPS saves you money from the ground up.
We're in Los Angeles tonight. We have the Lakers in Philadelphia, but tomorrow night on USA Sports, you'll see the Seattle Supersonics and the Washington Bullets. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. USA Sports on the road with the NBA. And you'll see them tomorrow night in Washington. It'll be Al Albert and Steve Jones. Right now, we're at 26-17. First period action with 2:37 to play. And go ahead, Jack. Stand up there and tell us what's on your mind. Now, Jack, remember this is a family entertainment evening we're having. Now, don't get a little nasty over there.
Walter Matthau, he's really into this ball game tonight. They're all here. But, again, you see what the game plan for the 76ers is tonight, to try to run at every opportunity, get the Los Angeles Lakers in a half-court game, double up on Kareem, force him to give that basketball up. Early in the ball game, they've been successful, and they have that 9-point advantage.
My mind is slipping. What movie was it that he played in where they called him Jack? They're coming back at him all the time. Trivia buffs ought to know that one. 26-17. James Worthy. Oh, boy. Is he an outstanding looking young player. #1 draft choice here. And coming back after a serious leg operation. Here they come. Andrew Toney on the thrust through the middle. Malone picks it up. That's why he's so good inside. Missed it. Deflected on the way up. Magic in the middle. On the outlet they go. Cooper. Wing. Kareem off the fingertips.
Well, they pushed that one away, but the Philadelphia 76ers almost got a second opportunity. Kareem did an excellent job of blocking the shot. Toney and Mike McGee bumped down there. Toney comes flying out of the backcourt.
26-19. Andrew Toney in the middle. Knocked away by Mike McGee. There's the third guard they're going to put up on that off guard to try and wear them down. McGee, who leads the Lakers in field goal shooting percentage at 61. Billy Cunningham shaking the noggin. Watch it here.
Twice Tony has been right in that area, and the ball has been knocked away from him from the weak side. McGee does it. Bobby Jones comes back with his own poke check. So Lakers have it with 21 seconds on the clock. Offensive foul, Swin Nader.
Swin Nader, who just stepped on the floor also. So Nader, Kareem out of there with 1:49 to play in the first period. You have Cooper and McGee on the back line. You've got Magic Johnson playing on Bobby Jones, Swin Nader, and James Worthy for the Lakers. Tony, Malone, Sam Williams, who came over from Golden State. There's Bobby Jones and Clint Richardson. Lots of different names and faces, and a kickball right there. You know, speaking of Jack, this is the first night I've been in here where I haven't seen Jack Nicholson. He's usually a regular attender.
Well, he might be working somewhere, Eddie. Otherwise, you know he'd be here. This is a big game for him.
Making some papers. I know how that is. Here's Andrew. Tried to lean in, couldn't. Richardson, that's way off. That's an air special. Missed everything but the floor. Attempted save by Bobby Jones. They'll give it quickly to the Lakers. And they can inbound it right away as soon as the official touches the ball. Magic, McGee, Cooper, Worthy, and Swin. 1:19 to play in the period. Down to Worthy. Worthy a little bit more defined in his play now. He's not kind of drifting around and doing an assortment of things. They're telling him what they want him to do, and he is performing. Sam Williams on the foul.
Well, I think that what they like to do is limit his options until he establishes game in his own mind. He has such great athletic ability. He can put the ball on the floor. He jumps so well. He has a good turnaround jump shot. Sometimes he tries to do too many things. So Riley starts him on the box, puts him in an area where he can take one dribble and go strong to the basket. Ball knocked away by Swin Nader. Philadelphia will get it back. This is a big possession for Philadelphia at this point in the ball game. Their offense is slowed down now. They need a hoop.
Worthy, incidentally, is a 78% free throw shooter. Not doing quite that well here tonight. 26-20 is our score. Philadelphia, Andrew Toney. Back to Mo Malone. McGee looking for a man to guard. He was in no man's land and he got away with it. Bobby Jones and Swin Nader with a rebound. Up to Worthy. They're trying to race the clock now. We're down to 49 seconds. And Cooper and Williams meeting at the summit. And a foul is called. Cooper to the line, Williams on the foul.
Malone made a great pass inside and Philadelphia couldn't score, and this is what got Los Angeles on the run. Again, great legs by two jumpers, Sam Williams and Michael Cooper. Watch Williams go up. Actually, Sam Williams did not create the contact. It was the arm of Michael Cooper coming down, trying to throw that ball into the basket. They got him to the free throw line.
Lakers are 5 for 8 at the line. There you see the average of Michael Cooper. Cooper is a very valuable man on this team, 79% at the line, and he's become their best three-point shooter. And that is a part of the arsenal they did not have last year. They shot less than 10% as a team. This year they're over 30%, and Cooper right up there doing an outstanding job. They're right at 30 or 29%. Cooper's a little over 30% from three-point range. Toney! And they have really held him in check so far. Concentrating on Andrew Toney, although the 76ers with a pretty good lead. 26-22 now getting closer in a traveling violation on Los Angeles.
Magic Johnson down on the other side afterward. He made this tremendous spin to get away. Mike McGee and James Worthy fight for the basketball. They call the travel, so the 76ers, who have stalled at 26, will hold for the final shot of the period.
We're down to 10 seconds, as you see. They double on the ball. They leave Clint Richardson open. Dumps it back to Williams. That was excellent ball movement by Philadelphia and good defense by the Lakers. And the last-ditch attempt goes awry. And that'll end the first period. Philadelphia 28, the Los Angeles Lakers 22. It's a high-tempo game so far. What will it be like in the second period? Stay with us. We will be right back.
What's on the horizon for TV? More than 100 broadcast and cable channels. That's why Zenith invented the Smart Set. The only set smart enough to give you 178 channel capability now. Smart enough to let you access more channels through Zenith's most advanced Space Command remote control. The Smart Set lets you tune in the future without leaving your chair. Advanced System 3, the Smart Set, exclusively Zenith.
It's not just a question of burning rubber away from the traffic lights.
Ford consultant Jackie Stewart on turbocharging.
You could be driving along with tremendous economy. You put your foot down and the turbo kicks in. And here you get this surge of power like a large performance engine. Ford have done this very well.
Ford has 4 turbocharged cars: Mustang SVO, Thunderbird, EXP, Mustang GT. Have you driven the best built American cars? Have you driven a Ford lately?
From the time I was a kid, playing basketball came naturally. Basketball comes harder to kids who are mentally retarded. But with the right training, they can learn almost anything. Foul. Foul, you fouled it. When they do, these special children become Special Olympians. The NBA supports Special Olympics. Why don't you? Please volunteer your time or money.
The preceding message has been furnished as a public service by the National Basketball Association.
We are in Los Angeles. They call this the Fabulous Forum. You can understand why. They've got another sellout crowd here tonight. Lakers lead the league in average attendance, 15,000 plus every time they open the gates. And they are loving what they're seeing this year with the Lakers 40-20. And they are well above schedule. They're 16-4 the last 20 games. Look at these numbers.
Well, you see both teams got 21 balls up in the air, but the 76ers had the better shooting. The Lakers went to the line more times, but did not shoot the better percentage. Irving back in the ball game along with Bobby Jones as we get period number 2 underway.
Mike McGee at the guard, Bobby Jones along the right side. Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Mike McGee, who's 6'5". He'll match up on Julius Irving. Michael Cooper on Mo Cheeks. And you've got Magic Johnson played by Clint Richardson. Deep, Cooper, three-point range. And Richardson with a rebound. Cooper's been doing a good job from three-point range. As I mentioned, he'd made 11 of the last 22 attempts before that one. Richardson
did everything right in that play except get the ball down. Here come the Lakers and Michael Cooper. Good block by Bobby Jones. Cooper comes from out of bounds, but Swin Nader beats him to the ball.
Swin Nader, Kareem's backup, came in the deal with Byron Scott for Norman Nixon, who went to San Diego. We got a foul away from the ball.
Easy to call. Whenever Swin Nader's in the ball game, there's going to be some contact. Gave a little shot to Clem Johnson. Johnson gave it back. Got called for the foul right in front of the officials. So the Lakers get a fresh 24 and the basketball.
30-22 is what we have right here. Philadelphia. We're under 11, or close to 11 minutes to play in this first half. Wow. Julius will get called for the goaltending. What a tremendous spin move inside.
Worthy came to play tonight. He has been very active. Irving, who's been helping all over the place, got there a little bit too late. Goaltending. They get a foul against Michael Cooper on the pass off from Irving.
Here comes Bob McAdoo and Byron Scott back in. Mike McGee will go out, and again, they're shuffling those 3 guards. Magic also goes out, so they'll change the assignments up a little bit. Cooper will go over on Clint Richardson. Worthy will come in and play Julius Irving. They change there. McAdoo will take Bobby Jones. Clement Johnson and Swin Nader on the cut through, a block and a foul. Bobby Jones trying to cut down inside, and McAdoo very quickly. McAdoo has been in the hospital. There's a fellow that missed 6 games because of an upper respiratory infection. And Billy Cunningham now trying to take advantage of the fact that maybe he's not quite in shape, and they go right to him with Bobby Jones.
Well, they had an excellent movement of the ball going, and Bobby Jones diced down the lane right there and got the ball in front of him. McAdoo wasn't set, banged him pretty good. Bobby Jones shooting 80 plus from the line.
76ers on a 4-game road trip. This is the final one. They are 2-1 coming into this one, beating Utah in San Diego on Sunday afternoon, losing last week on our NBA game in Phoenix, if you recall. Cooper. And they try and flash Scott to the middle and clear it out and give it a backdoor move to Worthy. He's getting stronger and stronger all the time. James Worthy, 6'9", 220, North Carolina. MVP in the NC2As a couple years ago. They double on the dock, and we've got a foul on Byron Scott.
Byron Scott across the arm. Riley doesn't like the call, but again, you see what Pat Riley is doing with giving him a good box position right down low. Now Irving is in front of him, and with that quickness, he'll just blow by him and come out the other side. Worthy with the basketball starting to break for the Lakers.
On the other side, they've got Cooper. Philadelphia 57% in the first period. Los Angeles 38%. Credit Philadelphia's defense. Nader, good rebound and a follow 2. So Swin Nader rebounding inside and laying it in for a pair. Nader, who is averaging, let's see, we'll double down here and find out, 4.7 a game. 32-28.
Good defensive series by the Lakers this time, forcing the ball from the outside. That's what Los Angeles wants. Then they want a chance to run.
9:45 to play here in the first half. We'll have an interview with whom at halftime tonight, Mr. Jones?
The King.
The King, Abdul. Then we'll see a feature on NBA coaches, Pat Riley and Bill Cunningham. Worthy, show and tell. And there's the tell. But Bobby Jones takes it away.
Shot clock violation. Irving in an open court. 2-on-2. Irving. Oh!
Byron Scott ties him up and then prevents him from falling to the floor by tying him around the neck. Oh, yes.
Well, I mean, he'd already committed himself to the air, and this is how players get hurt. And I know Byron Scott was not trying to hurt him. Irving by him, and you see him just hog tie right there.
Yep. Hope he doesn't have to sing tonight. Tough on the old Adam's apple. 32-28 is what we have. We have 9:19 to play here in Philadelphia, looking to fatten the lead.
Well, Philly got two good baskets from Bobby Jones early, and James Worthy has come back to provide the offensive play for the Los Angeles Lakers. Irving will have a chance to tie the score up with this one in the period with 6 points apiece.
78% at the line career. Missing Nader. That's the first miss by Philadelphia at the line. They are 7 of 8. And Swen Nader getting another rebound. And giving Kareem a pretty good period of rest here. The end of the first period and well into the second now. McAdoo, one of the great jump shooters in the game. Not this time. Bobby Jones with excellent defense, preventing him from getting the shot he wanted. Julius Erving played by Michael Cooper.
Swen Nader and Clem Johnson. Guarantee you, whenever Swen's in the ball game, there's going to be some contact. He's bumping and banging Clem Johnson all the way. An easy call to make. Wally Rooney says, hey, let's stop it right now. That's going to get Kareem up to the scorer's table. He's going to get in, and Swen Nader's going out.
Swen's got those rubber bumpers on tonight. He wants a little action. And Kareem. Now they got a man short on the floor. Swen is on. Wait a second. Two. Sure
no, Kareem is on the floor.
Oh,
he stepped right in, the corner there.
He's over there by the scoring table. Clement Johnson. Big Clem. That was a good deal for the Philadelphia club. Pat Riley checking out defensive deployment. You've got Cheeks and Jones back to cover the Laker break at the other end. Kareem and Byron Scott at midcourt. And Philadelphia, obvious their game plan was to really concentrate on doing the things they normally do, but also to emphasize their defense because they have been up to the game. Look at that. Step up on the switch, now jump switch back. Cooper against Clint Richardson. They sag back in on Kareem. They let Cooper take the three-pointer and he hits it. That's the man we talked about. 34-31. Now the Lakers draw to within 3. Irving with Cheeks away from the ball. Jones likewise. Clear outlet and work aside, and he hit it. Rebounds. Los Angeles 9, Philadelphia 7 through the first period. It's now 15-9. Los Angeles, and that's enabled them to cut the lead. Byron Scott played on by Bobby Jones. He's 6'9½. Jones and Clement Johnson. They block it. Coming this way. Oh, and Mo Cheeks had his wheels cut out from under him by Michael Cooper. That could have been an injury, but Cheeks in excellent shape comes up, and Cooper on the foul.
You see the ball come out right here, and Cheeks is coming. Michael Cooper is willing to give up his body and slides into him, and that's when Cheeks goes to the floor. That is the 5th team foul, 2nd against Michael Cooper. So Philadelphia, for the next 8 minutes and 10 seconds, will shoot free throws. Wilkes in the ball game, along with Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Everything's been said about him, but there'll be more to be said before it's all done. He is magnificent. He says this is his game. It's the only time he relaxes.
Yeah, you know, another guy said that same thing, Isaiah Thomas. So maybe there's something to that, a lot of pressure outside of the court, but when they come here, this is their arena.
And that's Mo Cheeks. We've talked about him before. The pressure now after the made free throw by Philadelphia. Cheeks, the man with that roving eye in the middle of his head. He's always looking for the dock with that third eye. There's Jamal. Inside to Kareem. They were fronting the big guy and then swinging the top guard down to help out in the event that the big man got the ball and turned to head to the hoop. There's Byron Scott. And the rookie from Arizona State has just scored to make it 38-33. Scott with 4. Clint Richardson with 7:49 to play in the first half. It's a high-octane event here tonight, and the crowd is ready for it. Another sellout. Clement Johnson. Soft on the iron, it won't fall. Jamal Wilkes, he doesn't rebound a lot, but he's an opportunistic player. Byron Scott. That's Maurice Cheeks. Inside, back to Scott. Now he's going to get a lot of those shots, Steve, because they're going to play him head up. And they'll double down on the ball, so the Lakers are trying to swing it back out to the open man.
Well, what Maurice Cheeks is doing is trying to give help, and now he's been burned twice from the outside, so they're going to have to perhaps play him and not give him that outside shot. Irving backing up against Byron Scott to Bobby Jones down the lane.
And against Kareem, Bobby Jones, very active. Up they go to Jamal, to Scott.
Irving blocked.
And a foul call against Dr. J, and he doesn't believe that call. Billy Cunningham goes over to console him as you look at the rookie Byron Scott, the young man from ASU.
Well, excellent ball movement. I'll let you make the call if you bring it into your living room. That's blocked.
That looked clean to me. We have a time with 6:51 to play in the half. Philadelphia has led from the top. They lead now by 5. We'll pause for a word from our local cable system.
The Seattle Supersonics look to gain ground in the West when they battle the Washington Bullets on USA's Thursday night NBA at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Have you ever wished you'd bought a set of jumper cables before your car's battery went dead? Yet you probably didn't buy them because jumper cables can be so messy and sometimes not long enough to do the job anyway. Now, with this number, there's a better way to start your car. Safety Start allows your car's battery to get a boost from another running car without ever raising the hood. Just connect Safety Start between the cigarette lighters of both cars, and in minutes, your battery will be charged. Safety Start has a cable long enough to go between cars that are one behind the other. Safety Start is compact, stores easily in a trunk or glove box. And now, by calling this number, Safety Start is available for only $19.95. Isn't it time you plan ahead with Safety Start?
Avoid COD charges. Use your credit card and call 1-800-USA-1000 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $2.50 shipping and handling to Safety Start. Box 49648, Atlanta, Georgia 30359. Another quality product from Direct Video Marketing, Nashville, Tennessee.
The Los Angeles Lakers have never led in this ball game. It's been tied a couple of times, and it's now a 5-point Philadelphia 76er lead. It appears that what many people thought would be the case, Philadelphia at some point in time would have to come back to their game. It appears that they may have found it, at least to this juncture tonight.
Well, they've had their game at different points during the course of the season. When we had them early and they played San Antonio, their defense was very strong, and at the end of the ball game, they were shutting teams down. As they began to get injuries, they tried to make some adjustments, and they lost that continuity and rotation that they have on defense. It appears tonight that they're back to it, and maybe they'll be able to sustain it for the 4 periods.
It has not been a good stretch ever since that man got hurt. The 76ers have lost 13 of their last 20 games and 5 of the last 7. But tonight, they appear to be on all cylinders and ready to roll. Moses Malone back, Maurice Cheeks. They've got Andrew Toney, Julius Irving, and Sam Williams. Billy Cunningham having a little repartee with Wally Rooney, one of the officials here tonight. Byron Scott at the stripe. Worthy, number 2 on the right side, and number 2 on the left side is Magic Johnson, who leads the Lakers in rebounds, 7.8 per game.
Byron Scott has made them forget about Norman Nixon, as the Lakers have found a way to get the young players' offensive abilities and defensive skills into the game, and everybody likes the way he's playing now.
And he is just going to get better. He is a rookie, an outstanding future. Toney, Irving, to Malone, backs down, put that 18-wheeler in reverse, and look out, baby.
Tough shot by Malone that time.
You know, it's hard to handle those big rigs, but that man's got that reverse gear down beautifully. 42-37, Philadelphia. 6:27 to play in the half. Magic to Worthy. And he had to change up on top. You see the way the 76ers are reacting from the weak side with Irving. Coming over to help out on everything, but even the Doc couldn't get to Worthy in time. And there's Worthy again on an intended lob for Sam Williams. Worthy up high to knock it off. Scott, Jamal, and the silent assassin has 2.
Lakers within one, and the crowd gets involved in the ball game, and this is the one thing that Billy Cunningham wanted to keep out of it. Their sixth man as they go mad here in the Forum.
Toney on a back pick by Irving. Irving tries to slide down the middle of the pick and roll. He was held up by Los Angeles, and when he tried to get back to the ball, after it was sent back toward him, he had to hustle to go over there, and the Lakers knock it out of bounds.
Now, that is a problem that Andrew Toney has had in handling the basketball. That time he committed himself to the shot and then changed his mind at the last second, almost turned it over. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Cheeks downtown. Long range, and the Lakers work very well defensively there, but not good enough. Jamal again. Second leading scorer on the Los Angeles Ball Club, averaging 18.9. And another assist from Magic Johnson. He's not had double number assists the last 3 games, but he's on his way to 1 tonight. It's the Philadelphia 76ers leading by 1. And it's starting to dwindle here at the Forum. Sixers 44, Lakers 43, and it's just starting to get hot.
In the NBA, you have to check out your opponent before the game. That's why I always read NBA Today.
This game gets more complicated every day, even for somebody who supposedly knows it all like me. That's why I read NBA Today.
Subscribe now and you'll receive as a bonus this free digital basketball clock. Call toll-free 1-800-554-3000 and get 20 issues for just $19.95. That's 1-800-554-3000 for NBA Today.
She's a Grammy-winning recording artist, a Broadway showstopper, and a talent of rare sophistication and variety. She's Stephanie Mills, this week's feature interview on Cover Story.
I want to do a straight dramatic role with no singing, because everybody thinks I can do musicals and I can just be cute and all that, but I want to do something really daring.
Stephanie Mills, still making magic on Cover Story on the USA Network at 10 p.m. Eastern Friday and 7 p.m. Eastern Saturday.
At halftime tonight at the Forum in our game between Philadelphia and Los Angeles, Steve will talk with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He is still the king. We'll have features on the coaches who played in the NBA, Billy Cunningham and Pat Riley. We'll also have statistics and highlights. All of that coming your way at halftime. We're 5:29 away from that. One of the things that Philadelphia talked about, trying to take advantage of, was the Lakers' inconsistency and sometimes inability to rebound. They are not a good rebounding team normally. You just saw a statistic on the screen. Overall, the Lakers have out-rebounded Philadelphia 16-9 tonight. Now, the Lakers, conversely, were going to try and prevent Philadelphia from doing a lot of offensive rebounding, where they were soundly handled in that last game. So both teams are pretty much on target as far as their game plan. The Doc. That's what you call a little steam shovel scooper. And we have an 11-point night for Dr. J. Jamal. And the silent assassin has 2 more.
Well, you know, you're really into that construction. We're striking from all over the place.
Grab yourself a shovel. Let's do it. Cheeks. Irving on the back. Worthy with a follow. Williams has got it. And a foul called in the middle of the lane.
Irving telling Maurice Cheeks, you got to take some of those shots from the outside, take some of that pressure off the inside player. Sam Williams will go to the free throw line. Worthy did not agree with the call simply because Sam Williams was losing control of the ball. Here's a look at Irving with that steam shovel scoop.
There it is. Watch it right there.
Nobody does it better than the Doc and the Doucette.
Some tandem, huh? Sam Williams, not quite what he should be doing at the free throw line. Williams came from Golden State, as we mentioned. He's only a 61% free throw shooter, and he makes 1 of 2. Now here they come, 47-45, a 2-point lead. And the pressure is on as Philadelphia picks up the Laker guards high. Worthy. He's been active, trying to get inside the Magic and can as Maurice Cheeks fronting him in the lane. Swinging the ball, reverse it inside low right to Kareem. They double down on the ball. From the corner, a pair. Byron Scott.
You see, Scott has that ability to take it deep out on the court. It looked like he was in 3-point territory. They only give him 2. He's got 10 in the ball game. 8 here in the second period. Ball game tied at 47.
That's the first time it's been tied since the second period. Was tied twice in the since the first period. Pardon me. Tied twice then. Scott and the Lakers on the D. Come down 3-on-3, and the transition for Philadelphia is there, and another foul. Well, I'm very impressed with the defense that we're seeing here tonight. I really am. Both sides. Sam Williams gets this foul. That is the third team foul on Philadelphia, the third personal foul on Sam. Jamal to inbound to Magic. He has Mo Cheeks. You have Irving, Malone, Williams, and Tony on the floor for Philadelphia now. Tony is playing Scott head up. Inside Kareem. Isola, they double down. Williams coming from the other way. Blocked by Sam Williams. On Kareem's turnaround left-hand hook that he does not quite extend as high. Whoa! Woo! 49-47. How can you not enjoy that?
Illegal defense on the 76ers. Sam Williams trying to cheat over. Easy call to make, so they'll shoot some free throws. The greatness of Irving evident again as he put the hammer on this one from long distance. Nice bounce feed from Andrew Toney out on the wing.
And the technical foul shot on the second illegal defensive call against Philadelphia. And it's good. Another look. Watch the foot come right into your living room. Magic, active. Lakers get it back where the ball was whistled in. 3:35 to play here in the half. And it's Jamal missing. The Lakers down by 1. Tony with Irving on the right wing. Cheeks in the middle. And they're rolling now. 51-48. And Kareem lost the ball. It was a money in the bank job. Couldn't do it.
Could not get the handle on it, and the crowd groans that their team is down by 3, 51-48. But again, whenever Philadelphia's been able to run, they've been able to come up with some easy hoops. Their half-court game is broken down. They've had some problems. Irving.
7 turnovers for the Lakers. Cheeks in the miss. Moses Malone. Power layup. He's got it. Malone, second leading scorer on the 76ers. 22.1 points per game. He's got 10 tonight. We'll have a timeout. Charge this one to the Los Angeles Lakers. It's 2:56 to play here in the first half. And it's 53-48. Philadelphia with a lead. While the Lakers had them right where they wanted moments ago. It was tied, and Philadelphia has handled the challenge and put themselves back on top by 5.
You see the miss from the outside. Malone working to get to position, catches this ball right where he wants to. Now Kareem trying to get that hip in there, knows that he needs to have the body on him, doesn't get it, fades away. Malone takes it up nice and strong. Watch the breaking effort by Los Angeles. Andrew Toney finds Maurice Cheeks right down the lane, an easy 2. So whenever the Philadelphia 76ers have been able to get quick transition hoops, they've been able to control the tempo of the ball game, and they have back in their favor with 2:56 to go here in the second period.
76ers are averaging 24.5 assists per game. The Lakers much better than that. Of course, with Magic Johnson, you can understand why. The Lakers lead the league with 30.5 assists per game. And Magic Johnson, 14 assists every night. He had quite an assist night not too long ago. He had 23 in a game recently, and he had 12 in the first period. It was against Seattle. If you recall, he tied Bob Cousy and John Lucas, who did it twice, with 12 assists in a period. And he had 23 for the game, which tied his career high. He's really something. You're looking at the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know he's something when you're struggling to find words to describe him.
I'm not struggling, I'm measuring him. I want to see that foot again. Look at the doctor. Is he something? Here it comes. Good balance, huh?
Well, he really had to stretch out, and you'll see he's putting a little extra in it off of that left leg to make sure he stays on balance, and then he really extends to throw it down. So,
you know, he was talking about rebuilding the confidence of the team with a renewed dedication, and I think he is trying to do so by setting an example with that emphatic jam. There he is, the magnificent man, on and off the floor. He is a beautiful human being. Julius Irving, 13-year man. Magic Johnson. Byron Scott on the cut. Magic on the give and go. Knocked away by a good sagging Philadelphia inside defense.
Cheeks made a great recovery. Magic Johnson was wide open for the pass and the cut. It just didn't get there soon enough. Lakers set it up with 15 on the shot clock.
And 2:45 in the half. Kareem, skyhook. A little flat, but nevertheless right there in the bottom of the hoop. On his way to breaking Wilt Chamberlain's record, and he's not that far away. He's got 9 for the night. Quite a matchup, he and Moses Malone. First time these two teams played, remember, Andrew Toney did not play. Neither did Jamal Wilkes or Bob McAdoo. So they've got a complete cast of characters, so to speak. And we have a loose ball foul called against Philadelphia.
Bobby Jones, that's going to be the fourth team foul against the 76ers. First personal against Bobby Jones. Malone with the fadeaway jump. That's the shot they want to see him taking because that takes him away from the offensive glass.
Michael Cooper in. Byron Scott goes out for Los Angeles. Magic to Worthy. Nice little spin move. He's got both hands. He uses them well. He's got a great assortment of shots, that young man. He has 11 points in the ball game. James Worthy, coming into this game, he averaged 14 per.
Now here's a player that Philadelphia needs to get in the ball game if they're to win this game tonight. Andrew Toney, who has been struggling. He's only got 4 points in the ball game. Bobby Jones.
A little out of his range. Moses tries to get it back. On the end line, back to Los Angeles. Magic Johnson right there. With enthusiasm, every night. He just keeps on smiling. And like I said, he says, when I'm on the floor, I relax. It lets me flow. That's me. Worthy. Cooper. And knocked away and fouled on the way in. And so it'll be Michael Cooper going to the line and Moses Malone on the foul. Moses has got 2. Philadelphia at 5. Both teams are over the limit. There is a fairly good close-up look of Moses. I don't know how close he's going to let you get. He's a rough, tough guy, isn't he?
Any guy that eats hot dogs, Eddie, can't be all that bad.
Well, you know, I wonder how far away the owner of that team was when he made that comment that he didn't think Malone was worth $2 million. He's tried to retract that since then. Well, Moses is just kind of grumbling about it. And now the Lakers have gone to the lead for the first time. 54-53. Los Angeles in the lead for the first time. Andrew Toney. You're right, they've held him in check, but he hit that one. The game plan was to make Toney handle the ball, make him work at both ends, take his mind off his easy offensive game, and they've done it well. Turnover against the Lakers.
Well, Jamal Wilkes just could not quite handle that ball to get it over to James Worthy. He had an easy 2 going. Kareem out of the ball game. Swin Nader back in for the final minute and 13. I think Pat Riley wants to protect Kareem from picking up another foul. Toney on the drive. Strong drive.
And it does not fall. He'll try it again. He'll stay
Malone.
with it. Worthy tapping it over to Nader. And Swin giving it to Magic Johnson. To Cooper, to Magic. Well, it's nice to know he's going to be around this game if he can stay injury-free for a lot of years. He's beautiful. Swin was backing up when they tried to get him the ball. Malone deflecting, Cheeks. And they turn it into a pair, and now Los Angeles wants to take a 20-second timeout.
Great move by Maurice Cheeks. He looked the defense away as Bobby Jones was out on the wing. Looked over at Bobby Jones. Magic Johnson commits just a little bit that way. He uses his body, shields it, takes it up and down.
And Maurice Cheeks now with a 14-point game going. With all the emphasis they're putting on Andrew Toney, the Sixers have had to go to Cheeks, and he has responded very nicely. Pat Riley with his Laker team out on the floor. 38 seconds to play in the half. And now Philadelphia with a 57-54 lead after the Lakers had taken a lead for a brief moment. 54-53.
The 76ers, up to the challenge so far here in the first half, have had an answer for everything that Los Angeles has thrown at them, and they have that 3-point advantage, and they press here in the backcourt with 37 seconds left in the period.
So now you have Nader and Worthy along with Jamal on the front line. Cooper and Magic the guards for Los Angeles. It'll be Cheeks, Jones. They sag down on the ball, flat turnaround, and it's Bobby Jones with a rebound. Andrew Toney, Julius Erving, Moses Malone, and they'll work for a final shot here in the half. They would like to extend their lead to 5. They have it at 3, and now they turn it over. Jamal, he has a trailer. He'll slow it down, trying to find his man. No, he'll keep and go, and he gets it. Well, that was a good move, considering he really did not exactly know where that clock was. As you see, it was down to 4 when he hit the shot. It is now at 3. Now, they should give him a second back. I don't believe they inbounded the ball.
The clock was at 7 when he made the hoop. Cunningham wants it put back to 5. 2 more seconds.
He's right, I believe, Steve, because they did not. The ball was not inbounded. There's no reason why they should have started the clock at that particular junction. Let's see if we can pick it up.
6 seconds? It was 6 seconds.
Now they're running it back down, and it'll go to 6 seconds for Philadelphia, if we interpret correctly. And Steve, it appears that the man on the clock just stopped, didn't stop it like he should have.
Well, that's known as home cooking. You get that Crisco, son, you can make a lot of things happen.
Yeah, I would have to say that probably LA would have been a little disappointed if he didn't let it roll. 57-56, and now they're going to roll it down to 5 seconds, they're saying, which is where I thought it was when he made the shot, which is where it should have stopped immediately after the ball went in the hoop. Billy Cunningham with his club. James Worthy has been outstanding this first half.
Well, Worthy, whenever he's been able to get in that box area, has been devastating. A great leaper in Sam Williams trying to come from behind. But once you let a player like Worthy that's that active roll across the lane, it's going to be tough to make a block. Easy two for James.
Worthy, a right hand, a left hand. He uses both hands very well, even uses his feet if he has to, and he can get away with it. We're down to 3. Irving will not get a shot away. Magic with a steal, and that is the end of the first half. And the Lakers have cut the gap to 1. They are in good position playing at home where they have had a dominant winning record. 21-8 this year, and 8 of the last 9. They trail by 1 at halftime. The 76ers had an outstanding first half, but the Lakers are right there knocking on the door. 57-56. Here now is Maurice Cheeks inside on the pick and roll. Irving has to dish it back. Now there's Tony where they want to get him. Right there. And Tony has to be a factor in this game if Philadelphia is going to maintain the lead and win. They had 6 in the first half for him. Byron Scott comes right back. He now has 12 points in the game. Rambis did not score. Wilkes with 10. Kareem with 9. Magic had 10 points. Scott with 11 points, or check that, with 10 points. 11 for Worthy. Cooper 9 and 2 for Swan Nader.
They open up for Irving. Now here comes the double team. Cheeks is wide open. Can they make this shot? They do. So that's going to be an important play to keep the Laker defense off them.
I think another important factor here in the second half is going to be how Los Angeles decides to defend Mo Cheeks. He has 16 points in the game. And they'll bring it back and inbound the ball again. It'll be Kurt Rambis. 1 second has elapsed on that shot clock, so they're down to 23 as they inbound the ball. Scott, backcourt pressure applied by Philadelphia. Tony on Scott. Magic draws Mo Cheeks. Malone on Kareem, Irving on Jamal, and it'll be Ivoroni and Rambis. 2 like-type players. Malone to Julius. In the middle, what a pass. Spotted Cheeks that time in the wing. Usually it's the other way around with Cheeks in the middle and Julius coming in on that left flank.
Well, Irving showing that he can handle the ball when he has to in the middle. Got it to the right guy, an easy hoop. So, again, whenever Philadelphia has had a chance to run, they've had something positive happen.
Whistle foul inside. It'll be on Kurt Rambis, Pat Riley. Check the board. You find that Kurt's got 3. Your team has 1 here in the third period. 9:44 to play here in the third. Andrew Toney with Irving and Malone set up strong left. Julius Irving. Malone pops off. There he is. Irving slides through, gives him a partial screen, and now on the post up, there's Dr. J. Nice play. Posting down on Julius Irving. Well executed. 15 points now on the dock, the dock.
That's a rare combination with Malone dumping the ball inside to Irving. Usually goes the other way around. Magic Johnson trying to go on his own. Malone with the rebound. Irving comes out, and here come the 76ers on the break.
Malone with 7 boards in the game now. Julius tries to create in midair, and Cheeks not quite ready for it.
Well, he was there, and I think that Maurice just couldn't find the ball as it came out of a lot of hands that time. Magic Johnson, a foul, and they will get a chance to shoot some free throws. So the Lakers went about 2 minutes after that by Scott shot as we take a look at Magic Johnson taking matters into his own hands. Cheeks had all of the basketball. Malone comes over to give the help, but they give that second personal foul to Maurice Cheeks. The ball is short, but gets the shooter's bounce, and they complete the three-point play.
Right now, the Los Angeles Lakers are 12 for 15 in the game at the line. Philadelphia 11 for 14 at the line. It'll go off the hand of Philadelphia. Another turnover for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that'll be number 10 for them. Scott and Magic, they interchange, flip-flop in the backcourt. Cheeks on Magic. Kareem sets up on the low right side, tries to hand shiver Malone away. And they throw the ball into Kareem, and out of bounds it goes, and Julius did not like the call.
Well, what happened was, okay, Kareem fights his way around. Now, Malone is going to try to fight his way around, and there comes the arm, and that's where they call the foul. Normally, that foul is not called. Goes against Malone, and a lot of Philadelphia players are not happy.
And Malone's got 3. That is a 20-second timeout called. And with 8:42 to play in the third, Philadelphia leading it by 4. There are or were other games in progress. Of course, being on the West Coast, most of those are complete. We do not have any scores, but we will tell you that Boston leads that Eastern Conference. Philadelphia 9.5 games back. That's a rare spot. And New York right there with them, tied, same position, although a couple of hundredths of a percentage points behind Philadelphia in third place. 9.5 and 9.5, but the Knicks 37-25 and Philadelphia 36-24. Just a couple notches ahead of them on percentage points. LA leads the Pacific, Utah the Midwest, and Milwaukee the Central Division. Milwaukee's been a hot club lately. Won 11 of the last 12. Going into tonight's game with it, New Jersey.
Irving,
Magic block shot by Julius Irving.
Magic had beaten Maurice Cheeks out on the outside and was coming in. Malone couldn't get there soon enough. Irving with the great legs goes up in the air and bats it away. Again, Irving.
That's the 5th block shot of the game by Philadelphia. That's something we talked about in the first half. When they're on their defensive game, they block shots. Magic. Ivoroni, outlet, lead ahead. Tony. And Philadelphia's thinking both ends of the floor now, and they've extended their lead to 6.
Well, this is a sort of game that they played against Boston on a Sunday afternoon when they did not have Malone, and they were very active defensively, and Irving was leading the charge all over the place. Kareem inside.
What a sweet little turn-in hook. Not quite the sky hook, but a turn-in. Kind of rolled it off the fingertips, and it was very well done. 67-63. Philadelphia, 7:44. And as we had thought, a real good ball game. Cheeks, he finds Andrew Toney. Tony's got to get into the flow, get more shots. They've got Jamal on him. And he traveled with the ball. Good call again by Wally Rooney.
They had a good move going, and Malone, using that quickness that time, got to the spot he wanted, but his feet were not quite set, so he traveled. They turned the ball over. 4-point advantage, 76ers. Magic Johnson almost turns it over and does. Jumped in the air, waiting for Jamal to come. Committed himself too soon. Jamal didn't see the ball. It bounced out of bounds.
The Jamal-Andrew Toney matchup has been an interesting one because Jamal, about 4.5, 5 inches taller than Andrew Toney, who is 6'3". Jamal somewhere between 6'7" and 8.
The problem has been that Toney has not done enough of that. He has just not decided that he's going to score it. He's been somewhere in between his jumper and passing the basketball off. When he decides he's going to go, he can create something. He draws a foul, has a chance for the three-point play right now.
69-63 by 6 Philadelphia. You're so right, Steve, and that happens a lot with guards who become comfortable by going to the outside, getting in a groove with the outside jumper, and forgetting about their inside game to keep the defense honest. Magic Johnson brings it up on Mo Cheeks. Magic at 6'9", Cheeks at 6'1". They double down on Kareem, but Magic is right there. And unlike Malone, Kareem a good passing big man. Malone averages about 1.3 assists per game. Kareem about 3 assists per game. Point is, when you have two people like Malone and Jabbar, you don't want to see them pass it off too often anyway. You want to see them get their shots. And there's one of them right there. Moses Malone. Although when that defense sags and you've got an open man, it's nice to know your big guy can find him.
Well, that's the killer that Malone had a year ago that has not been working for him, but he's moving to his spot and making his move much quicker tonight than he has in the last 4 or 5 ball games. So Malone perhaps beginning with some practice time to get his game back. Irving chases a shot but can't get it for Kurt Rambis, and he gets his first 2 of the night.
And how about the pass by Abdul-Jabbar? Just what we were talking about. He sees the whole floor. He's as good that he's better than anyone that's ever played, I think, in the middle. That's why we call him the king. Tony.
Well, I don't know. I think that Chamberlain has to stack up in there somewhere.
Oh, he does. He does. There's no question about it. But I like the guy sitting on the throne right now. Illegal defense call. This is against Los Angeles.
When Chamberlain comes down here to present that ball, I hope you're here.
I will be. I want to be there. He wouldn't hurt a little guy anyway, would he? Pat Riley moments ago. James Worthy will come in for Los Angeles. Michael Cooper will check in also. We'll set those lineups for you when we come back. 5:59 to play in the third. It's Philadelphia 72, the Los Angeles Lakers 67.
Out in the West, where Levi Strauss & Company began, a man expects his clothes to keep him comfortable and free as the wind. So he wears a Levi's action suit, knowing he'll feel as good as he looks. Because of the waistband that moves right with it. Because of the fabric that gives. In a Levi's action suit, a man can go comfortably anywhere and do it in style. From Levi's Menswear.
Dan Issel's family likes playing basketball almost as much as he does.
Return to Los Angeles, Inglewood, California. 72-67 is what we're talking about score-wise. And we'll tell you that USA Sports has college basketball for you. College Basketball 84, Southland Conference Championship. That's coming up Saturday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Jamal and the rest of the Lakers, Swen Nader bouncing up and down. He's had a problem with a knee, and he has to try and find a way to keep it loose. As a matter of fact, it's kind of a miraculous story in that a couple years ago they said he'd never play basketball again when he was in San Diego. But he worked hard, and under the supervision of Dr. Curlin and the folks in Los Angeles, he's brought that knee back.
How many times have we heard that as we take a look at the field goal percentages there? Mitch Kupchak sitting over there. They said he'd never get back in his sneakers again. So athletes have a tendency and a way of defying whatever the doctors are talking about. That's hard work and dedication. We see a lot of it, and both teams here got some dedication tonight, and the 76ers on top by 5.
Cheeks with the ball. Played by Byron Scott. Irving on the cut through Tony. Left to low right and foul as he tried to cross over. And he's the man that committed the foul. Offensive foul on Andrew Toney as he tried to cross over in front of the defender that time. And he gets the foul. That is not a team foul. That is number 2 on Tony.
Tough call that time for Tony because he had a chance to at least clear his arms, and he didn't get a chance. Illegal defense.
Well, we've had a lot of those tonight. It gives you an idea about how they're really concentrating on the defense, Philadelphia, trying to help out all the time. And, of course, they've already had the first and the second, and now this is the third. So a technical foul again would send Los Angeles to the line. They made the first technical on the second zone call. This will be the third call against the zone and the second technical attempt. I hope you're not confused yet.
You heard Magic Johnson shriek out, had a free chance to get one, couldn't get it to go down, so the Lakers stay away at 5. Irving had a long conversation with Rooney about what they're doing wrong at the defensive end. Let's see if they make the adjustment.
Los Angeles 12 for 16 now at the line. There's where they double down as soon as Kareem put the ball on the floor. We mentioned that to you in the first half. He has to change up. Irving back, great pass. Malone on the front end. And he lost the ball on the way up, but Dr. J put it in. And Irving is really pumped up now. He just shoved somebody away from the ball to get down to the defensive end. Kareem on the follow-off, they missed by Cooper. Ivoroni drops back and pitches midcourt to the Doc. A 2-on-2, one hand. Oh no, almost went down. Would have been a spectacular 3-on-3, now 4-on-3, and back for a three-pointer. Cooper, no. Kareem with a rebound on Ivoroni. And Kareem shooting 56% from the floor for the year and a 20.1 per game average is right on target. And it's 74-69. Philadelphia will take time with 4:47 to play here in the third period. Eddie Doucette, Steve Jones on NBA, your home for the best. We pause now for a word from our local cable system. Los Angeles Lakers playing as good as they possibly can. Very pleased with the way their club has been going. 16-4 the last 20 games. Philadelphia, on the other hand, a team that won 65, lost 17 last year. Overall, they were 51-9 at this time a year ago, and they're trying to get themselves back in gear behind Julius, who has 17 points and 3 boards tonight, and trying to improve on that 36-24 record. Cunningham and Irving making a motion, complaining about something over there. Normally, the Doc does not complain. He knows the importance of this game. This is a big game for Philadelphia. They go home from here. If they can win against a team of the quality of the Los Angeles Lakers, they're on their way to coming back. On top now with 12 seconds on the shot clock. They go to Ivoroni. They peel Irving down and across the lane left to right. Malone goes backdoor, knocks Cooper down. Tony's open for a moment. Inside to Big Mo. Shot clock at 2. He's got to get a shot, and
I don't think he did. Well, no, he didn't get it up in the air soon enough. He just realized that they had 1 second to go. He pushed it in the direction of basket, hoping they would get some air. But Tony should have shot that ball, but he was trying to run the play that they'd set up. It took them too long to get into it.
One of the things Philadelphia's been trying to do in improving themselves and getting back to their normal is to make an extra pass. Make that one extra pass that ensures them of the 2 points. They've been doing it, but that time they get caught. On the miss by Byron Scott. Lakers turn it around and bang it from Johnson to Cooper on top.
Well, the idea of making an extra pass is to make the defense move one more time. Kareem.
There's that baseline skyhook. You don't see him much prettier than that. That is perfect form, beautiful release, leaning in. Everything was just to perfection.
The problem with that one more pass theory is sometimes when you have great offensive players, it takes them out of their opportunities to look at the hoop. Tony.
Cooper doing a good job on Andrew Toney. Irving now. Off the rim, Ivoroni all by himself. Against Kareem. Tries to put him in the air. Kareem stays with him, blocks the shot, and Malone just powers in against the big guy. Moses lowers that shoulder and comes at you. You got to get out of the way or else get conked, as he is something else. Philadelphia 76ers, a 76-71 lead. We have 3:18 to play in the third. Kareem to Magic, trying to open it up and get a 2-on-2 game going. Skyhook again. Boy, that's so pretty.
Purpose of that pass is to allow Kareem to get the ball where he wants it. Byron Scott and the Lakers make a steal. They have it back. Crowd involved in it now.
Kareem with 17 points in the game. They're within 3, can come to within 1, possibly tie if they get a 3-point play. Again, Skyhook. Oh, my. When you take the ball and deliver it to the throne room, you know that the king is going to get a pair. 76-75.
10 in the period, but that's just a great weapon, and there's never been any way to stop it, and there's no way to stop it now. Irving trying to get through the hoop. He's fouled by Magic Johnson. So the 76ers have a 1-point advantage as the crowd becomes electric once again as Kareem hits 3 straight.
2:34 to play here in the third period. Bobby Jones has come in. And they're going to make a change to get Maurice Cheeks out of there. So they've got Ivoroni, they've got Jones, they've got Irving, they've got Malone, and they've got Clint Richardson. And Julius goes off. And Andrew Toney stays on the floor. Well, for a moment, I thought they were going to have a very big lineup there with Jones maybe going with 1 guard, but they did not. Toney, nice thrust as he slices through the crowd, takes it to the hole. Andrew Toney, he's got 15 now, or yes, that's right, 15 points.
9 in the period. You know,
right.
Against San Diego, he had 21 in the first half and finished with 29, so he can explode very, very quickly. So the Lakers have to have some defensive pressure against him.
Lakers start with 3 men out on top. Try and set it inside to Worthy. Beats Ivoroni, but the weak side man comes over to help out in a foul call. As soon as Worthy got the ball and peeled back door right left, Cheeks or Richardson came over, pardon me, and was right there to try and prevent the easy hoop. Watch it.
Ivoroni with the hands on. Here he comes to grab him across the arms. Clint Richardson trying to get there. A fresh 24 for the Lakers, and they set up.
78-75.
By Scott, offensive foul.
Rub out the 2, charge an offensive foul to Byron Scott. So Scott now with his 3rd personal foul of the ball game. Bobby Jones, played by Magic Johnson. Ivoroni trying to set a back screen on Cooper, and the Phantoms. Cooper just slides right through the screen. Cooper on an attempt to get the ball into the hole of Malone. Cooper steals it, and Andrew Toney fouls him, trying to get it back.
Toney, a tough time passing the ball, but that has been a problem that has plagued them the entire season. Couldn't get it inside. Cooper with the quick hand deflected. He picked up the personal number 3-4 team against Philly.
And Clint Richardson trying to defend against Johnson. 6'3" against 6'9". No challenge there on the inbound. And now Byron Scott, the rookie, responding. And the Lakers within 1. 78-77. The Goodwins win it in the 4th period, in the third, 3 to 4 minutes to play. That's a sign of a good ball club. Let's see who prevails here tonight. Malone looks to Richardson, tries to take it himself, and a foul call on the play. Magic Johnson charged. Jamal Wilkes will come in for Los Angeles.
The Kareem, he's saying, what did I do, ref? I didn't touch him, as Malone went in clearing people out. Now he gives that good move to the baseline right there. Magic Johnson was a player that reached in. Kareem giving ground, never got a hand on him. Call went to number 33 anyway.
Well, Magic was the man that committed the foul, as you just said, Steve. We saw that. But they charge it to Kareem. He's got 3. Lakers have 4. Philadelphia also with 4. And Malone with some big free throws. We've talked about this before, Steve. Malone has been a slow finisher most of the year, but he has been hurt. And he himself said, hey, I'm still hurt. But they need him. They need him so desperately if they're going to return to the caliber or the level that they were a year ago and they won it all.
Well, Philadelphia and Malone have been much, much more active tonight at both ends of the floor than they've been in a long, long time, and I think this is the way they just have to play. This is a tough team they're playing, and Kareem is on a roll right now with 4 in a row. That's 12 in the period.
21 points for the game. 4 big skyhooks. What a weapon it is. 80-79. Philadelphia by 1. Bobby Jones comes up, gives a pick, tries to slip down inside. Iavaroni will shoot it instead and hit it. They don't look to him to do that very often. He's done it twice tonight. He's hit both times, and both times from 15 to 17-foot range.
Well, that's a makeable shot for him, and what happens is the defense forgets about him, that he's out there on the floor. He's wide open plenty of time. He knocks it down.
Kareem has a high screen set for Scott.
Iavaroni
goes the other way. Iavaroni knocks it away and steals. Breakaway. Nice play for Iavaroni. Excellent effort by Mark Iavaroni. A very unheralded player who came from Virginia and bumped around finally as a walk-on, made it as a free agent with the 76ers. You don't hear much about him. Trying to go inside to Kareem. The team yelling out. Cooper falling out of bounds.
This is a terrible call here because this ball didn't have a chance to go in. The Lakers want a 3-point field goal for it.
They're going to get it.
They're going to give them a 3-point field goal. But this is a bad call because the ball on a goaltend has to have a chance to get in the hoop. This never did. Now watch him go up. Now Bobby Jones is going to get up there. That ball is well short. No chance to go in. Wilkes with the steal.
Live action. That's the end of 3. And what a comeback by Los Angeles. And a most exciting basketball game here tonight. From the fabulous Forum. The Philadelphia 76ers 84. The Los Angeles Lakers 82. Don't go away. You'll want Philadelphia by 2. 84-82. USA and the NBA and putting on quite a show for you here tonight. In games tonight, other games. Boston 117, Utah 106. Detroit beat Atlanta 107-93. Here's your scoring summary through the third period. You see Philadelphia with the edge after 1. Los Angeles after 2, outscoring them in that second period. And Philadelphia by 1 after 3 and a lead of 2 as we go to the final 12 minutes. Other scores. New Jersey beat a red-hot Milwaukee team 106-100. It was Dallas beating Cleveland 115-103, and Cleveland's lost, I believe, 6 in a row now. Phoenix 123, Houston 110, and Phoenix is starting to heat up. And at halftime, San Diego 53 and Indiana 49. For Philadelphia, Iavaroni and Bobby Jones and Moses Malone, along with Andrew Toney and Clint Richardson, the guards. They'll have Michael Cooper, Jamal Wilkes, Magic Johnson, Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy for the Los Angeles Lakers. Put that seatbelt on and tighten it up because we've got a fourth period that I think you're going to really enjoy.
So the Lakers get a little bit more of that home cooking on that last call. They get to within 2, and Magic Johnson trying to start it off on a positive note. They're going to call a charge.
And a good defensive play here by Mark Iavaroni. He stepped into the lane, established position, and Magic gets the charge. Excellent defensive move right there by Iavaroni and Bobby Jones. 84-82. Turnovers, you mentioned it before, Steve, could be a very important part of this ball game. And so far they are. That is turnover number 14 for the Lakers. Philadelphia with 15. Block shots also. Philadelphia 4-2 edge. Malone, good, and a foul.
Now that's the thing that Moses was able to do a year ago, be able to split that double team, somehow get the ball up in the air and draw the foul. Now here's the double team. Cooper doesn't close it. Worthy, Magic Johnson sticks his hand in there on the way up. Malone deals out a little bit of punishment. Johnson, 4th personal foul.
And that is the three-point play that puts Philadelphia up by 5. Magic, Worthy, Cooper, and Magic the guards. Cooper from New Mexico, Magic Johnson from Michigan State. Kareem, they come over and help out, puts it up there. Worthy on the follow, no, Iavaroni. He's really done a nice job here in the second half. Richardson 3-on-2, free throw line, you got to hit those.
Well, that
guard
was the right
in the middle,
play.
well executed, free throw line jumper.
The right play because Bobby Jones was the guy out on the wing. The Lakers made sure they couldn't get it to him. Tony was covered on the other side. He knocked down that 15-range jump shot.
7-point lead for Philadelphia. Lakers have got to get it going right now. Worthy in over Iavaroni and Jones, and he hit it. They were both on him. North Carolina and Virginia, a lot of ACC guys playing on one another right there. Ivoroni, he's open. Pancakes it home. Flat but good. 8. He has been really a fine contributor here in the second half, and as a result, playing a little bit more time than he would normally get. Backdoor Kareem. What a move, no foul. Got too far underneath. Malone to Jones.
Over the top. Oh, he's hammered, but they don't call that one. So the Lakers want to call on Kareem down the other end. Bobby Jones driving in against Michael Cooper. He commits himself to the shot and somehow gets his hand on the ball with the hand that's below the hoop.
And they don't call it in the act of shooting, so they're going to send the 76ers back out on top with the ball. 91-84, 10-10 to play in the fourth. Richardson, Jones open, and now Philadelphia starting to pour a little fuel to the coals. And now Riley would like to take a 20-second timeout. So their 20-second timeout and Philadelphia's 20-second timeout, I believe, used here in the second half. We'll have to find out. You only get one per team per half. I want to find out about that for sure. Dr. J in street clothes, as you see. Steve will be in Washington tomorrow night for another USA game, and I know you're looking forward to that all-night flight. You want to see him mugging? Let's watch and see what you think. They should book him on this one.
Well, he goes around. Now watch the arm come up. Nobody really gets a piece of him. He's trying to bring it in on the other side, and he just got it short off the glass. It wasn't that kind of contact that it looked like initially. No mugging there. They throw you out for an eyewitness.
Well, you got to know the desk sergeant. 93-84. All right, we're wrong. All right, we'll make a mistake every now and then. Nothing wrong with that. Wally Rooney, Jamal, as he sails it in over Clint Richardson to Magic. That's that 6'9", 6'3" matchup. Nice to have a guy that big in your backcourt handling the ball. Now look at the way they slough off a Magic on the deep shot. Go down to help out. And James Worthy. Now let's see what James has got. He's got 15. Worthy at halftime had 11. So they've kept him silent. Here's Cooper on a steal. This is what the Lakers need. 93-88.
Now they telegraphed that pass coming across, so it was easy for Cooper. He just laid back, knocked it away. You'd seen that play developing before. 15 seconds on the shot clock for Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's had control of the game in terms of points most of the night. There's Richardson. Again, sagging off the outside shot, packing it back inside to prevent the big man from getting their high percentage shots. With Kareem out now, Swen Nader in there with Jamal Wilkes and James Worthy, Magic, and Michael Cooper.
Malone, strong defensive rebound. It appears he's going to stay in the ball game while Kareem is out. Philadelphia's going to try to extend their lead. Tony on the drive. Tough drive.
And he doesn't get it. And Wilkes has got it with Richardson back to bother a little bit, and they'll go to Magic. Remember, Malone's ankle's still not 100%. We saw him turn it slightly in Phoenix last week.
Magic Johnson knocked out of bounds. He wants a call, stops momentarily. Cooper for another three-pointer. So Cooper's gone crazy tonight with three-pointers.
95-91. That's the third three-pointer by Michael Cooper.
Two legit and one.
Well, it still counts. It still counts. It's something we talked about early on in the game, something that Philadelphia had to be aware of, Michael Cooper, and that three-point dimension to the Lakers game. Double on Doc, swing the ball. He got Malone. Jones underneath, didn't see him. Shot clock at 4, he shot it and hit it. And have they been tough when they've had to have the big shots? Cooper over Jones and Malone, and knocked away and out of bounds. And Philadelphia concentrating on the blocks again tonight. Another thing we talked about. For Philadelphia, their 5th block shot, 6th block shot of the game.
But it's been a different kind of a defensive game for them, which has allowed them to get some block shots with Irving, who is like a Larry Nance coming from the weak side. Great leaping ability and good timing to knock balls away. Byron Scott from the outside.
Julius Irving back in. Maurice Cheeks. Cheeks, who played at West Texas, graduated in '78. 6-year man. Irving, Richardson, he's gotten a lot of floor time. Off the bracket, Scott, pitch out past Cooper. Looks inside, Kent, gives it to Scott, now coming into the flow on top. Nader's in deep, he's got Clement Johnson on him. And Jamal on the miss, outlet Irving coming right this way. Sliding almost into our laps is Cooper. Irving on the block by Jamal. Cooper made a great tuck under slide. Looked like he was going into second base and trying to pop up and go to third.
Clint Richardson staying after that basketball, so Richardson with a strong fourth period, 6 going here, has been very effective, and the Sixers keep their lead at 6.
What a show we've had here tonight. Kareem with a brief breather is at the scoring table across the way. Worthy taken away by Philly. They've got a 2-on-2. Cheeks on Scott, and foul on the way in. Nice move by Cheeks to draw the foul, get in a position where he wanted to lay it up.
Pass off. He got too far underneath the hoop, and he's trying to pass it off. You'll see him all over the arms of Worthy. No whistle right there. And here comes Cheek. Now it's 2-on-2. He knows Irving's over there. Byron Scott has great leaping ability and will time this. Now there's no place for him to put the ball, so he goes up, and he throws it out.
6:51 to play in the game. Sixers 99, Lakers 93. Exciting? You bet. And we will return. Sports and a special edition NHL game. The Washington Caps and the Boston Bruins, Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And of course, this is a special edition NBA game. The Sixers and the Los Angeles Lakers, and I guess you couldn't think of a more appropriate name than special edition for this one. Two special teams, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Philadelphia 76ers. The owner of this ball club, who had made claims that his team was acting too cool, that they weren't emotional enough. I'm sure he can't complain about the way they're playing here tonight, and he is here. Harold Katz, the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. Remember last week, Steve, in the fourth period when Philadelphia went 9 minutes and 48 seconds without scoring a field goal? Well, it has not been that way tonight. They've responded, and right down to the barrel of the gun. When they're looking at 1 second on the shot clock, they hit them. And there's another one. This time with 12 seconds on the shot clock. And Julius Erving with 19. And it's 101-93.
One of the things that may have helped them since we saw them last week is they've had some days off. They've had a chance to practice to get some of their precision back on offense and defense. Another deflection, and the 76ers run.
The defense has been the story for Philadelphia here tonight. What they wanted to concentrate on tonight, they have had the total concentration they have needed to stay on top here most of the game. Lakers went ahead for the first time at 54-53 with 1:34 remaining in the half.
Cunningham wanted an intentional foul on Kareem as he cleared him out with the elbows to control that basketball. He has been hot. They're trying to get the ball to him now against Clem Johnson. Good move inside.
Kareem, tough fadeaway. Going away, he shoots the ball with the right hand, going to his left, and the big guy's got 23. Timeouts remaining. Los Angeles 2, Philadelphia 3. I'll make that 4. And neither team has a 20-second timeout. So the Lakers on the short end of the timeouts. The rebounding is all even at 28. Irving. Bobby Jones, poke checked away, and on top the Cheeks, and they'll work a special play right now.
Well, they want to get a new series there. Going back to Irving, who has been the hot hand. Jamal Wilkes with cook hands will try to defend Irving on the lean in and off the glass. So Irving is taking over down the stretch here.
He went between the legs on the dribble that time to get the ball in the left hand and take it in on the defender who was playing on the right hip. Jamal. Irving out on him. They flash Worthy right to the middle. Comes up with a finger roll short. Clement Johnson. And the Lakers maybe running out of gas a little bit here. They have Cooper, Worthy, Scott, Kareem, and Jamal on the floor. Irving all over the place. Offensive foul. Taken away as Cooper and Irving go down in a heap over the inline to our left.
This is Irving when he was young, trying to do it all. This time the call goes against him. He went up in the air. He has to be able to come down someplace. Unfortunately, it's on top of Michael Cooper, and they take away that hoop.
As we take another look, and we'll tell you that with 4:47 to play, the Philadelphia 76ers have called for time. It's Philadelphia 103 and the Lakers 95. We'll pause for a word from our local cable systems. Doucette and Jones, we're cranking up for a big finish. Heading Barry, and he's got a little friend out there with him tonight. Yeah, bouquets round the house. And bouquets for Dancing Harry and his little pal.
She would take exception to being his little pal.
I'm going to tell you what. You know what? It all happens here in Los Angeles. There's more glitter and fun going on here tonight than there's been in a long time, since New Year's Eve, and they're having a big time. Except that the 76ers are leading this one by 8. 4:47 to play in the fourth period.
Malone back in.
I say fourth period because you never know. Could go to OT. Irving, Jones, Malone. That's the gang that they like in there when the game is on the line. Up front, Clint Richardson, Mo Cheeks. Andrew Toney is on the pine, crossed the way. That's Byron Scott. They call him Great Scott here in Los Angeles. And that's Magic. Comes up shy, but fouled on the play. Magic wanted the 2. Lakers know they have to go to it right now. They've got to go down deep, reach in there, and see what they can come out with. They're trailed by 8.
Maurice Cheeks trying to get to Magic Johnson before he made the spin. Whenever a player has his back turned to the defense, that's a good chance to attack him and force him to give the ball up. They have sometimes a chance to lose the vision of the defense. Johnson having a tough time from the line tonight. He missed a technical earlier. Now he comes back. This one spoons out.
He's 4 for 6 at the line. The Lakers for the game are 12 for 17. Philly is 15 for 18. And those all important free throws. In a game like this, you can't afford to miss one. Well, maybe one. But it's 103-96 with 4:29 to play in it. Irving, they double down on him. Swing it back to the point. Bobby Jones with a back screen. They'll go the other way.
Irving dunk. Oh, my. He's alive tonight.
They set it up. They cleared out a side. Weak side had to come over and help. Didn't get there in time. Cooper, Jamal. Way off.
Irving is out. They got a 4-on-1 break. Cheeks to the dot.
He is taking over now. Well, there are a lot of 76er fans here tonight. They're having a big time watching the Doc put on a show. We've seen Kareem with the skyhook, the Doc, Magic, Cooper now with the three-point display. That is his 4th of the night. What more could you ask for? Oh, this is a fun game.
Cooper's gone crazy with these three-pointers. Last year, he couldn't buy a hoop from out there. Now he's knocking them down with regularity, 3 or 4, even if we don't give him that bogus one.
Well, I'm telling you, that's one dimension that the Lakers lacked last year, except
Malone
for some healthy
trying
people.
To get it up.
Kareem with a block, tries it again, side of the board. Magic's got it. Last year, as I mentioned, the Lakers are around 10% from three-point range. This year, a different ball game. To Jamal. They've got Cooper outside. They won't go back to him. Tries to spin back door against one of the better defensive forwards in the league. Kareem puts it in. And now it's 107 to 101 by 6 with 3:06. Kareem with 25. Cheeks and Cooper, and a foul call on Michael Cooper.
Well, not a bad foul because that's only the second team foul against the Los Angeles, third team foul against the Lakers, and with 3:03 to go. And certainly if he'd have busted out of the backcourt, they would have had another transition situation for the 76ers. Richardson out. Toney in for 76ers.
Byron Scott also out. And during the time that he goes to the sideline across the way, he's being tended to by trainer Jack Kern, working on his left hand. I didn't see anything happen. Cooper, Jamal, Worthy, Kareem, and Magic now for the Lakers. Bobby Jones trying to go back door. Shovels to a man coming from the other side. That's Malone. In the lane. How long do you get? That's what the cry here is. And we have a foul inside. It'll be against Los Angeles.
52, Jamal Wilkes. They're going to call this one over the top, and this is a bad call for the Los Angeles Lakers. So we always talk that the calls will even out. They got a bad call, the Philadelphia did, on the three-point call. Now Bobby Jones goes up in the crowd, and watch this ball come out. Wilkes just gets to the basketball without making any contact, but he came over the top to do so, and they blow the whistle against him.
4 for him, 4 for the Lakers. We're in the fourth with 2.5 to play in it. Andrew Toney with Bobby Jones. Jones sets up, goes the other way. Toney on top. They've got Julius in deep. Toney on the top with a jump shot. Malone with a tip, no. James Worthy 6'9" with a rebound. To Cooper, to Magic. Cooper's 6'7" incidentally, and the Lakers just threw the ball away. Jones to Cheeks, and there's the intentional wrap-up foul. And what did we talk about before when we mentioned turnovers? That was as big a turnover as you will ever see in the game, and the 5th personal foul on Magic Johnson.
Well, that ball got thrown away. Kareem was wide open underneath, and Magic did not get it there in time. He threw it right to Bobby Jones. That allowed him to get into a break, and he ran back to grab him, so he couldn't get it up in the air. So Cheeks misses a big hoop right here. 2:09 to go with a 6-point advantage. And the way Michael Cooper has been knocking down that odd number with threes tonight, missed them both.
And out of bounds on the deflection by Bobby Jones. So the Lakers come back. They are down by 6 with 2:06. The Lakers beat Philadelphia by 2 10 days ago in Philadelphia. Magic had 23 and 11, and there he is, 23 and 11 assists. Kareem skyhook. He has 27. And that skyhook has been so pure tonight.
Big possession here for Philadelphia. They've got to get themselves a score with this. They've scored everything out of their transition game here when they push that lead ahead. Andrew Toney with 8 seconds from the outside. Won't go. Malone tries to keep it alive. The ball bounces off of the Lakers, so they'll get the ball back with the fresh 24, a minute 31.
What a break for Philadelphia. 131 and a 4-point lead, and the Lakers had a chance to come down and slice to 2. And a foul call, and that'll put the 76ers at the line, I believe.
33, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
On the foul, the Lakers were over the limit. Kareem has got 4. 4 personal fouls is what they have on the board. And that's what we have, 4 personal fouls. And it'll put Moses Malone at the free throw line. Moses Malone tonight at the line is 5 for 5. That's what we have. You don't think Philadelphia's already talent rich? Make a note of this one. And remember it when you see the NBA draft on USA this June, that the 76ers have 3 #1 picks in the upcoming draft. 3 of them. They have San Diego's, they have Denver's, and they have their own. Dr. J. This is a pastry bag shot. Squeeze it. There it is.
You don't squeeze dunks.
When you're Dr. J, you do.
That's a hammer.
107-103.
The 76ers excel in transition basketball. One of the best that ever did it out there in the open court. The doctor finishes it all.
And I'm sure that this crowd has been enthusiastic in the performance of Dr. J as he'll put one away.
Now, where do you see pastry with that?
The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm seeing a lot of things out there that you're not seeing tonight. Put a little frill on the top of that cake.
Minute 31 to go. The Los Angeles Lakers have to come out with a good offensive series after these free throws. They've got to hope that Malone misses 1, come back, get 2 or 3 with this possession. If Malone misses 1, they would probably come inside to Kareem, who has been sizzling with the sky hook, try to attack him there. And if the defense collapses, pitches it back out to Mike Cooper, who has had plenty of time to knock down the 3-pointers. His confidence is up from that area. So that's the play I'd look for the Lakers to come back with. Philadelphia needs free throws right now from Big Mo.
Bobby Jones, who is picked as the most courageous athlete in Philadelphia this year by the folks in Philadelphia. And Moses, who was picked as the athlete of the year in Philadelphia, is at the line. 21 points tonight. Kareem has outscored him. And the Sixers have missed 3 straight free throws. Bobby Jones, incidentally, is a fellow that Dean Smith, the fabulous coach of North Carolina, instructs his players to watch whenever they can on television for his defensive ability. Let's watch him now as the Sixers have missed 4 straight free throws, and they're giving the Lakers an opportunity to cut the lead to 2. Bobby Jones off the ball, and the Lakers lose possession again. Another turnover, so 2 big turnovers. One on the pass by Magic Johnson, and now they take the ball away from Kareem.
Cheeks can't score it.
And we're down to 1 minute, 1 second to play, and another turnover. 3 in a row and a foul call back here. On the collision, Jones and Cooper.
Bobby Jones made that big turnaround save, and Michael Cooper trying to slide over to get it. You'll see Worthy trying to outlet the ball. Malone gets a piece of it, and there it is right there. Cooper sees it. Bobby Jones is going to get there. They collide. They call the foul on Michael Cooper. That is Cooper's 4th. So Sixers right back at the line with free throws. They need 1 of 2 for sure.
Bobby Jones, a 78% free throw shooter, a good one. Career-wise, 77%. 5 in a row. What's going wrong here at the line for Philadelphia?
Well, they know these important free throws are very important, and they're trying a little bit too hard. When you're on the line now, you just got to relax and shoot it. Let your free throw technique carry you. Bobby Jones misses them both, and they come away with nothing again. Magic Johnson.
And he's tripped by Bobby Jones. And he will go, let's see. That's only the second team foul by Philadelphia. And the first under 2 minutes, so the next one would put the Lakers at the line. Let's go back on a point here, if I may, Steve. I said 5 missed free throws. We had missed 1 that they missed on the second of 2 before that. So actually, Philadelphia has now missed 7 free throws in a row. 7 missed free throws in a row, and they could have put this one pretty well out of reach.
All the 76ers are now around him saying, what about the clock? 56 seconds? Shouldn't have more time elapsed. As they look up there and they say, well, how much time went off the shot clock compared to the game clock? They're trying to straighten it out now.
They'll have to go to the play-by-play sheet and determine where the clock was when Bobby Jones was at the line. And then back chime it and see where we are. Well, I can tell you where it was because it was like 102, if I remember correctly, Steve. And it's rolled down to 56 seconds now. And that's where he's going to stay, as Billy Cunningham is over filling the earlobes of Wally Rooney pretty good. Bill Burtka, Dave Wohl, the assistant coaches from the Lakers, are over there listening. 107-103, and in the background, the Lakers photographer.
Well, you know, earlier they got the quick clock. Now they get the slow clock.
Well, like you said, Steve, home cooking. That's what it's all about.
All right, Lakers need a hoop. They have not handled their possessions well, down by 4.
And they've had a break with the 7 consecutive missed free throws by Philadelphia, and Magic travels. That, I believe, is the 4th straight turnover by Los Angeles, and they have not been able to take advantage of the missed free throws by Philly. And fouling Moses Malone is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem didn't want to make that play, but the ball just was sitting right out there. He started, couldn't stop, ran right into him. So Philadelphia has a chance to break this screen at the line right now. Malone back there, missed badly the last time.
Philadelphia now at the line, 15 of 24. They miss again. 8 straight free throws.
Aim that one. You got to shoot it. You got to let your free throw technique just carry right now. Use your legs. Malone gets this one down. That finally breaks it at 9. So 1 of 9 and a 5-point advantage. 47 seconds. Magic Johnson and the Lakers.
The Lakers have had their opportunities. Down to Kareem. Skyhook. Pure again. 108-105 within 3. Both teams have timeouts. 2 and 2. Julius Erving. Andrew Toney now with the ball.
They want to get the ball back in the hands of Toney and Irving and just try to let them work. Irving from the outside, biggest hoop of the night.
Wow, what a big hoop that was. What a hoop. And Magic brings it down. He's going to take a timeout. 17 seconds to play in the 4th period. And the Lakers down to 1 timeout. And Dr. J has been the man tonight. He's got 27, and this is, Steve mentioned, the biggest one of the night.
Irving right here realizing his team is in trouble. They need someone to take over. He takes it on his shoulder to get this ball up in the air. He's been shooting that jump shot as well as he ever has this year from the perimeter. And this is where Irving generally is given the shot. Let him beat you from out there. Nothing but net.
110, 105. Philadelphia with an excellent effort here tonight defensively. And they're in the driver's seat as Pat Riley trying to engineer his way to the front of the pack now. And it's going to be very difficult.
Well, they've hit so many three-pointers, but the ally for the 76ers is the game clock. There's only 17 seconds left in this game. If they go for 3, all they have to do is inbound the ball and hold it, and the best thing for them to do is then spread the defense very quickly and pass that ball around and try to prevent anybody from getting fouled since nobody's making any free throws for them.
Given the fact that Michael Cooper has hit 4 3-pointers here tonight, I'm sure that Philadelphia is going to be keying on him.
Well, I mean, in this situation, when you know the three-pointer is obvious, the one thing you want to do, and there's a couple of strategies, you foul the guy before he ever gets it up, or you give him the shot and get possession. Possession is everything for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Lakers have to get the ball back twice. And that's what Riley is trying to come up with, a way to score very quickly. So they're going to get that ball in and get it up, and then try to, if they miss it, to go to the glass and try to come back and make some sort of steal. And the 76ers, on the other hand, Cunningham has told them, hey, fellas, if we get it, let's spread it, and let's run out of here with a record of 3-1 on this road trip. And I bet Mr. Katz will sing a different song tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Everybody will be perfecto. Well, the Phillies 76ers built an 11-point lead at 107-96 with 3:40. And since that time, the Lakers have outscored them 9-3. But they've not taken advantage of 8 missed free throws. They've hurt themselves with 4 big turnovers right down here in the final moments. Cooper, they got him open, and he missed it. And now the 76ers with 10 seconds to play in the 4th period, and a foul called against Magic Johnson. And that'll do it. Magic is done for the night. So Magic Johnson fouls out of the ball game. And that is the first time this year that Magic Johnson has fouled out of a game.
Well, with 10 seconds left in the ball game, it's really academic. You've got to stop the clock. You know Irving is headed the other way to try to dribble it out, so they got to try to get the ball back and keep the game alive. Irving at the line, he hit the big hoop to give him that big edge. All he needs is 1 of 2 now.
Julius Irving, with 10 points here in the 4th period, 27 points in the game, has been the man of the night again for Philadelphia. Mike McGee will now come in. We've not seen much more of Bob McAdoo. Magic always manages a smile, though. I tell you, he is something.
Well, McAdoo just wasn't ready to play, and I'm sure. And there's Irving with the miss. So the free throw problem for them continues. They only won 1 of these to make sure.
8 in a row and 9 of the last 10. Not good. And they got the one they want. Now the Lakers will take their last timeout. The Lakers will take their last timeout. So a full house of 17,505 starting to make their way toward the exits. And Billy Cunningham starting to breathe a lot easier. He was most concerned about this team, but a West Coast trip that has seen him end up 3-1 is going to make him and the Philadelphia 76er fans a lot happier here tonight. The nice thing about this trip, as Steve alluded to earlier, is that it wasn't bang, bang, bang. They've had days off between games. They've had a chance to work on some things. They've gotten their defensive concepts back in order. And they look like they're ready to take on that tough Eastern Conference now as they head back there and try and withstand the challenge of Hubie Brown's Knicks and try and overcome the great play of the Boston Celtics. You'll see the 76ers next Wednesday night, incidentally, against another fine team, Milwaukee, on USA. Milwaukee beaten tonight by New Jersey. And Detroit was winning, so that means the Central Division race gets a little tighter. Detroit a game and a half behind. Milwaukee, Atlanta beaten, so they stay 7.5 back. Well, watch out for Detroit. That's another coming club.
Well, Detroit is coming, but I still think the experience of Don Nelson and his ball club is going to win out in that Central Division. They had a 6-game winning streak going into that ball game tonight. So I think that, you know, you've seen Milwaukee come back to the form which they'd like to play at. And we have ourselves races all over now. You know, Utah and Dallas starting to tighten things up in the Midwest, and Portland trying to stay close with the Los Angeles Lakers in the Pacific.
Dallas a game and a half behind Utah in that Midwest, and Portland 3.5 behind Los Angeles. And so those division races are going to be most interesting to watch as we go down to the closing days of the season. Michael Cooper, James Worthy, Byron Scott, Mike McGee, and Jamal Wilkes. They're all in there for Los Angeles. The deep threats, Bobby Jones, the fine defensive player that Dean Smith tutored in North Carolina, and he has his players watch now whenever they can. In there with Malone and Cheeks and Irving and another steal, another turnover. The Laker turnovers have killed them here down the wire.
That's ball game right there as they hold it. Bobby Jones holding the clock right there with 4 seconds to go. You know what they're thinking. Let's just get out of here now. Jones gets fouled. There's no pressure to get these up or down, just to end the ball game.
And Pat Riley thinking ahead now. Wonder what it would be like if he met this club in the finals. I'm sure he's learned a lot. This is only the second time they've faced each other this year.
Well, both games, Eddie, have been close, so I think that it would be like this, electric in both cities and tough right down to the final seconds.
But what Pat Riley has seen tonight that he did not see when they beat Philadelphia in Philly 10 days ago is the Andrew Toney dimension. And even though they did a good job of controlling Toney with 15 points, he's still someone that has to be played. Worthy from three-point range, not there, and it's all over. So the Philadelphia 76ers push their record to 37-24. And the Pacific Division leading Los Angeles Lakers are now 40-21. Philadelphia with a very successful road trip, 3-1 head home. We'll see them again.